The Phantom of the Opera. Oui, bonjour. I am Sarah from Canada, and today I will be showing you how to not get unlean on vacation. A little background about me. I'm a dentist, but I'm also a BSN and bodybuilding.com sponsored athlete. Let's get fired up, because you're about to go on a cruise with me. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's the Oasis of the Sea, the biggest cruise ship in the world. If you put on your monocle, you'll see me with my mommy. Before we begin this journey, you need to see my before photos. Now these were snapped just 3 days before the cruise. This was at the Arnold Sports Festival, and you can see I am relatively lean. I've got a spray tan on, which makes me look instantly leaner and better full. Ooh, and here you can see my hair is covering exactly 3/5 of my kissy face. Okay, new thought. So I am the queen of home and hotel room workouts. I pack my Dr. Sarah Solomon cross-speed jump rope by Buddy Lee Jump Ropes. And you know what? It's inexpensive and portable. You can fit it in your purse, or you can see here, I'm wearing it as rope fashion. So no excuses. You wake up 20 minutes earlier and you do a quick workout. My exercise compliance went through the roof when I started working out in the convenience of my hotel rooms or at home. When I wake up, I get out of bed, I've got sleep crusties in my eyes, my pajamas are still on, but nobody can see me. I don't care. I just do my workout right away. It takes 20 minutes, then I do my ablutions and go about my day. I already know what your next question is going to be. Oh, but Sarah, how am I going to jump rope in a room with such a low ceiling? The room is so tiny, like tinier than something else tiny by comparison. Well, don't get your knickers in a knot. Knot. That's a foreshadowing pun. Except I told you, so now it's three-shadowing. So the reason why I could jump rope in my room with a low ceiling was that I tied an extra knot in the rope, which made the rope shorter so that it wouldn't hit the ceiling. So that's why I like to keep my rope longer on purpose when I cut it, so it gives me the leeway. I can just tie knots to either shorten or untie the knots to lengthen the rope. Schooled ya! Now I'm going to prove to you that I can jump rope in a tiny room with a low ceiling. You just saw me sipping on BSN's branched chain amino acids called Amino X. Now I like the grape flavor because it's my flavor like better than Kool-Aid. I sip it because I'm an intermittent faster and I train fasted. Now you can also see here that despite the small space, I was able to do many jump rope progressions and keep my workout super intense. For more information about intermittent fasting as well as jump rope training, go to drsarahsolomon.com. I never took the elevator when I was on the cruise. I always took the stairs, and it's for a very neat reason. Now here's another neat trick. You may have noticed I'm doing this whole monologue standing up. Yeah, that's right, because standing burns more calories than sitting. We need to maximize our NEAT, our non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So stop taking the elevator, start taking the stairs. Quit plopping down every time you see a chair. Stay standing. You're going to burn way more calories if you're fidgety than if you're not. Holy shishi and ooh la la, this is my parents' suite, and clearly it's sweet. Obviously this room is way more better full than my room, so of course I came upstairs to work out in their room, duh. And they even have a balcony. And if you put on your monocle, you will see once again my mother. Ooh, time to train fasted. I'm sipping on my branched chain amino acids, Amino X in great flavor. Time for metabolic training on a balcony in the middle of the ocean. So this is a jump rope total body resistance workout. So you can see I'm doing a variety of jump rope training techniques. These are the power jumps, also known as double unders. I was trained by Olympian Buddy Lee using his jump rope principles, which ensures this remains a low impact activity. Ta-da! Now I'm going to mix that up with some resistance training. So I'm doing bench step-ups into a reverse lunge, 10 to 12 reps per leg. Ideally, I want to have weights here. Obviously, there are no weights because I'm in the middle of the ocean. But what I could have done is taken a backpack and loaded it up with really heavy things and worn that. And that would have given me resistance. Here you can see me doing Bulgarian split squats in the Caribbean, hence Caribbean split squats. Now the moment I finished the leg exercises, I quickly grabbed my jump rope and started to jump rope. I am minimizing the rest between my exercises to make sure I keep this workout as intense as possible. So here you can see me doing push-ups, and I increased the difficulty by putting my feet up onto the chaise lounge. Then immediately I started doing straight leg raises with a hip thrust. Notice I placed the mat underneath of me. This is important because I don't want to get scab sandwiches all over my back. Boom! Right into breakdancer planks. These things are cooler than the highest order of cool. You definitely got to give them a whirl. Here you can see me doing tricep dips with my feet up on the bench to increase the difficulty. I'm showing you my butacle region to show you that we're going to do more butacular style things. Here you can see me doing 10 squat jumps. I will immediately go up the stairs 2 at a time. Notice that I'm not resting between any of the exercises I'm doing. I am just going non-stop. Here you can see me sprinting back down the staircase, only to repeat the jump squats and the entire pattern. This was the gym on the cruise ship. I kind of have a phobia of gyms because they're usually filled with gymbaciles. That's why I jump rope at home or in my hotel room. But I did make use of their bathroom to take selfies and to wash my hands often. The ship had a jogging track and it was totally wicked awesome. And it was rife with signs that made me ha 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 ha. And you can see it had indoor and outdoor components to it. I used the track to do 10 to 20 minute interval sprints, and this was the view from the track. Amazing. This was in St. Thomas, and after having my cornea seared off by all the jewelry, I decided to go back to the cruise ship to finish writing my book about intermittent fasting and to do other things and stuff like this and like bingo! I didn't win. And then we had formal dinners, and here you can see me sucking in so hard that my brain nearly exploded out my ear. I'm an intermittent faster, and on the cruise I continued using my alternate day fasting protocol. However, my activity levels were significantly higher on the cruise, so I increased my down day calories from 20% of my maintenance level calories up to 50%. I packed my 3 favorite supplements that you can get from bodybuilding.com, my BSN Grape Amino X Branch Chain Amino Acids, my Quest Bars, and BSN's brand new Isoburn. It's a fat burning protein powder matrix. I packed my favorite cereal from Canada, Fiber One. You'll notice we spell it R-E. We also have 90 calories, whereas the American cereal, spelled E-R, has 60 calories because Americans subtract the insoluble fiber calories. And I know what you're thinking. If you're American, you're thinking, what? And if you're Canadian, you're thinking, wata. But that's not all. In the United States, they use aspartame to sweeten Fiber One, but in Canada, they use sucralose. I find it convenient to wear my Nike Plus Fuel Band to track my volitional activity thermogenesis, meaning the calories I burn during my actual workout, as well as my non-exercise activity thermogenesis, my NEAT. Normally, my baseline is between 400 and 600 calories a day, but on the cruise, it was between 800 and 1,000, which is why I knew I had to increase my calorie intake to compensate for the increased activity output. I do not follow a meal plan because I'm a flexible dieter, and this affords tremendous freedom, especially when eating out. So 80% of the food I ingest on a daily basis comes from nutrient-dense, clean foods. The other 20% would be discretionary calories. For example, my favorite, licorice. Now this approach provides me with sanity, and that's the reason why I can adhere to my program 365 days of the year, because I actually don't feel tormented or that I have to deprive myself or demonize any food. I follow the principle of volumetrics by eating tons of low-calorie, high-fiber veggies. I love my veggies, and lots of lean protein sources. I became a fan of BSN's new fat-burning protein powder matrix, IsoBurn, which I had on my down days. You can see I was fun dipping there. Now I like to turn it into a power paste, goo of the gods. This is IsoBurn pudding, which I made with my bare hands from scratch. Towel gammy! Back in Toronto, this is right after my cruise, and I weighed myself the very next morning, and I was down 2 pounds. Now, yeah, my spray tan came off, and I came back from my cruise whiter than June Cleaver's panties, but I'm lean. So if you liked this tutorial, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because I put out tutorials sometimes, and if you liked the stuff that you saw in my video, make sure you click the link below me, and drsarahsolomon.com